All right, Sing Chow everybody. Welcome back. You're watching Vietnam Steve and I've got a good one for you today. It's raining, so I've got the brolly out, but I did just want to get out and about, get the exercise happening, and just tell you a little bit about what an average day looks like here in Vietnam, because I had a cracker yesterday and I'll relay that to you. So I had planned to come out and raw dog it with just the iPhone here, which is what I'm filming you on. And then of course I needed the umbrella, and yesterday I had a bit of a catastrophe that I'll talk to you about in a minute. So I've had to bring my vart bag, which is the bag I wear there around my waist, which has gimbals and microphones and door opening buttons and all sorts of things. So I'm raw dogging it as best I can. However, I am double fisting an umbrella and an iPhone. So look, I'm just, while I'm talking to you, I'm thinking what's going to be the fastest way to get out of the rain. I'm going to hightail it, come along, and I had a long day yesterday that started when I was talking to you in the morning, and I didn't get home till about 9 o'clock at night from a 6 a.m. departure. So there's plenty to do in Vietnam, and I'll fill you in on some of those things. So let's go. All right, first things first, or maybe second things first. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. I dropped my microphone yesterday, which clips onto my shirt, somewhere on a very hot day where I walked. So consequently, I doubled back 2 or 3 times to try and find it on the ground. I couldn't find it. So I'm sulking today, and that's why we're raw dogging it. I have another microphone, but this is my penance for losing one of 2, is I'll go a day without the microphone and give you the real sounds of Vietnam. It dropped off at the beach somewhere. I was the only person around, so it wouldn't have been stolen on the ground because it was a furnace out there. And you can probably see I'm looking a little bit pink today. And that's because I was in the sun from about 6:30 to 9:30 in the morning. And unbeknownst to me, I was getting cooked. And I'm a stickler for staying out of the sun. But I didn't take my hat. I was very silly. And anyway, consequently, I lost half my microphone equipment. So here we are today. So that's first things first. I lost a microphone yesterday. Well, that's second things first. First things first is, look, I don't know about you, but I've got these sports socks that have got I feel like I've got 2 left feet today. Now, I've got these sports socks that have got a left and a right on the sock. And you'd be surprised that most of the time I'm putting them on the wrong foot. So you pull the first sock out, you go to whack it on your right foot and it's marked L for left. You think, I can't do that. I mean, I don't know why you can't, but can't do that. Today I had a different experience because the pairs of socks have got mixed up and I've managed to get 2 left feet today. So I pulled it out, I put the first sock on and thought, goodness me, that's on the correct foot. I went for the second sock and that fella was a left one as well. So I'm raw dogging it today and I've got 2 left feet. Now let's talk about yesterday. It was an uneventful day, just like any other for Vietnam Steve. He got up, put his 2 left socks on and headed out to vart with the community and get a coffee. I got down to the coffee shop and had a coffee and had it fairly quickly because I'd planned to head a fair way up the walkway and show you some exciting things up there. So that with the coffee done, I hit the road. Now, when I got to my destination along the walkway, it's about 5 kilometres, so I've done a fair whack, but it was hot and I was having to stop in the shade on the way because I wasn't feeling the best. Now, at the end of the journey, I had a coffee shop I was planning to land at. My wife's girlfriend lives there, and I thought, well, worst case scenario is I can have a juice with her. So I kept going and all was well. But as I got to the coffee shop at about 9ish, I noticed I'd lost my microphone. So then I retraced my steps for about another 3 kilometres. So a kilometre and a half back and a kilometre and a half back, looking for this microphone, which wasn't found. So gave up. Had a juice at the cafe, and then really thought, well, I should look a little better. So I knew my wife was coming to pick me up if it wasn't going to be an ambulance. And I went back out and did another 3 kilometres. So now we're at about 11, looking again, and I never found that microphone. When she picked me up, she's ready for brunch. It's about 10:30 or quarter to 11. So we went to a little buffet place we go to, spent $4 for the pair of us, and had a lovely little breakfast. I was dying. I had to drink a lot of tea. I was sitting in front of a fan, and I have to say, not in a good way. While I'm sitting there, I thought, okay, well, if she drives me back to that coffee shop, I can ask them if anything's turned up inside, because I thought maybe at this stage, I thought perhaps I've just dropped it in the coffee shop when I got there, and I failed to look sufficiently on the floor. So back we went to the coffee shop, and of course, when we got there this time, her friend was there. So then we proceeded to have another juice, and her friend had some breakfast, and all was well. Whoop, there goes the umbrella. Trying to hang it on the same hand I'm hanging the phone on. So needless to say, by this stage it's about 11. Actually, it's 11:30. Another friend rings up and says, you know, the birthday function you went to 2 days ago for me, well, I'm having lunch with my family today. Would you like to come? So of course it's hot pot, all you can eat, everything. And so we said yes. So we went straight from the second breakfast cafe to a hot pot with some lovely ladies. In fact, it was very interesting because my wife has 2 kids. The next lady along has twins. The next lady along has 7 kids. The next lady along has 4 kids. The next lady along has 4 kids, and the lady whose birthday it was didn't have any kids. So there's 5 or 6 mothers there with many, many kids. Now the kids weren't there, the mothers were out having a party. Anyway, enjoyed that. Wrapped it up at about 2, and then proceeded through the day. But rest assured, we didn't go and finish the day there. That's only 2 p.m. We continued on into the afternoon. So I'm just going to grab a coffee. When I come back out, I'll tell you the afternoon. So I did relent here and put the microphone on. It's the second microphone, lost the first one. Just because I'm in the cafe for quite some time, I wanted to put the noise cancelling on and continue with the story. So, filling in your life when you're retired is not difficult, and it always amazes me how little it takes to keep me busy. And this story I'm telling you about yesterday is just typical of an expat semi-retired life here in Vietnam. So, when you come here or when you go to your destination, it's not going to be hard to fill in the day once you're there. I know a lot of people worry about what am I going to do and how am I going to fill out the week once full-time work finishes, but I don't find it difficult, and if you think about my morning yesterday, it wrapped up at about 2 o'clock after lunch. So after lunch we went home because we had a couple of people coming to the house. One was the air conditioning man. We've got 3 air conditioners and we thought they needed regassing. So that's a bit of a job. But when the gentleman came, he said, no, the gas is fine, they just need cleaning, you filthy boy. So he cleaned those air conditioners, hangs a big cover over them, does the cleaning, all the dirt goes into whatever he's collecting it in. And that was done. And quite cheap, because obviously gassing costs a lot more money than cleaning. So that fella's done that. And then we've had a couple of issues in the house with water tanks that have let go in the middle of the night. And when the place was built, it didn't have a tap that you could turn off to stop something if it's all of a sudden sprung a leak or started shooting water everywhere. So we had another gentleman come and put some taps into the plumbing lines so that if, for instance, the hot water system sprung a leak or the toilet just kept running and running and running, we had a tap there that we could turn it off. So those 2 guys took a couple of hours, and I spent a bit of time talking to them and finding out what they're doing, etc. But we're rocking on through the day, and then I'm thinking, goodness me, this is a busy day. I haven't stopped all day, and then we've got to go out for dinner. So at about 4 o'clock, the phone starts ringing as to where we're going for dinner and what we're going to be doing. And I've thought, goodness, this is, I've been 6:30. I'm still in my clothes from 6:30 in the morning, and we're not going to have time now to have a shower and get out in the evening. So I'm in the same walking clothes that are soaked in sweat. But your retired life is great when you're going through the day and you don't have time to change your clothes. Somebody just reversing up the main road there with motorbikes coming towards the back of their car, so that's why I was sort of, whoa. Yeah. Anyway, the rain has stopped. I am going to get back outside, but I am enjoying the coffee here in the cool. So I wanted to get this one down. The microphone works. I'm going to take it off. I'm not using that out in the street. You'll have the sights and sounds of Vietnam, but we'll get going shortly. Thought I'd walk straight across to the bay here for you. And obviously I've hit a big puddle on the road there, so we'll have to skirt around him. It's the weekend here in Ha Long now, and I don't know if you can see in the distance there's 15 or 20 buses parked up, because what happens here on the weekend is people come from many other provinces to savour the delights of Ha Long Bay. Yesterday was a frying pan. Today we've had rain. There's a breeze you can hear, and it's probably 25 degrees and 80% humidity. So these tour buses are full of people coming from other provinces. They come out to the bay to get some fresh air, fresh seafood, and spend time with Vietnam Steve. All right. Look, I'm going to count these tour buses for you. There's 7 behind me, but there must be 40 here, not a dozen. Look, if you want a little bit more of Vietnam Steve, like the people coming out to Ha Long, subscribe to the channel, share this with your best friend, and also like the video. Comment if you've got some good ideas of things you'd like to know about Vietnam, things you'd like to know about Ha Long, and I'm happy to give you that information. What a great view out behind me there. Let's wrap this one up. So where we were was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Had 2 people come to the house to fix the air conditioning and the water taps. Total cost for those 2 was about 80 bucks Australian, so 65 US to do those repair jobs, so it wasn't all that expensive. And then we started getting phone calls about dinner because we were going somewhere that was 20 kilometres away for dinner. So I'll tell you about that. So in the evening, went to a place that's sort of a retreat that would seat 400 people for dinner. And there was probably only about 40 people out there. But gee, it was nice. And I took a few happy snaps, so I'll insert them here for you. But had a great dinner with the family. They bought a new car, which is a VinFast. It's called a VF7. It's your typical SUV type thing. And all electric. And part of the deal of that one is you get free electricity for the first year. So no fuel costs for them for the first year. And so we were celebrating the purchase of the new car with the family. So out there from sort of headed off at about 4:30. Got out there at 5:30, 6 o'clock, had some dinner, left at about 8. And so as we're heading back to Ha Long, got a message from somebody else. So the day is still continuing. Would you like to catch up for some juice in the evening? So of course, you know, Vietnam Steve can do anything. So we continued out at 8:30, went and had juice with some people at a cafe on the street, cafe called Off. So we got it on at Off. And after that, I have to say I was pretty spent because I'd left home at 6:30 in the morning and it's now 10:30 at night. So finished up with those people at 10:30, went home and had a great night's sleep, I have to say. So look, I guess the purpose of relaying this story to you today was that it is easy to fill life in retirement. Don't be afraid of having nothing to do when you retire. It's great, it's exciting, and of course, you know, you might see from that, I didn't plan too far ahead either, so let the day unfold and give yourself plenty of free time. So I had 10 buses behind me. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then we have these things on this side here that are about the 18 seaters. We call them limos here. So we've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 limos there. And if I cut between these buses, so I don't know what we're up to now, but perhaps you can put that in the comments. We'll cut through here and I guess we're at 25, 26, 27, 28. I can see 3 more up there. And then of course over here we've got the whole parking area. So if we're at 25, we've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 there. So quite a few buses pulling into Ha Long for fun and frivolity. I'm just at the main square here. This is the centre of town. It's, good Lord, I've got a crack on my watch, but it's 9:30 in the morning. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Hope you're enjoying the stories from Vietnam and how I feel my life here. And I really appreciate you being with me today. So thanks very much.